Okay, boys and girls, this art project is going to focus on the Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. Now, I'm just going to pop that to the side, and you can see here, like the round centres and the lovely petals, and that's what we're going to try and mimic today in our drawing. Now, I have one here that I've already drawn, but I want to demonstrate to you how you can do that. You're going to get a piece of coloured construction paper, and also I'm going to provide you with a template that can actually help you with your drawing. And all you're going to do today is actually your sunflowers, and you're going to do just the top half of your construction paper with the sunflowers, because the bottom half's going to have the vase. So very carefully plan out your design. You can use scrap paper first to practice before you do the true drawing. And what I tend to do is I draw the circles for the centers of my sunflowers first. Get some that are looking like they're on the side. And then from there I start building up my petals and overlapping and layering them. So I've got this vase that's completely packed with sunflowers. And I'm just going to keep going around. Again, just going behind them and in front of them. And when you've got all your drawing done, make sure you do it lightly as well, because if you make a mistake, at least you can erase it at this point. Now, when you've got your drawing done, you just want to make sure that you've got the top half done, because the bottom half is going to be a vase. How you create a vase is you take a piece of this yellow paper and you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to draw, there's some styles here, but you're going to draw a symmetrical vase so it's balanced on both sides, equal on both sides. So I'm just going to do a simple shape. I'm going to go like that. And if you can see there, I've actually, see when I open it up, that will be the other half. So I'm going to keep it folded, get my scissors. I'm just going to cut that line that I drew. And when I open it up, I should have a nice vase. Now if I find that it's too tall, which mine is because of the sunflowers I've drawn, or it's too wide, I can close it up again and I can just make an adjustment. And I can help you if you're not too sure how to do it. Make an adjustment, so I'm making it shorter by taking a little bit off the base. And I'm just following a line that I did draw before. Go round it again. When I open it up, there I am. I'm completely satisfied that I've got that. Now we're not going to stick the vase down yet. We're going to put that to the side. But what we will do though is that Vincent always signed the side of his vases and he used his first name only. So you're going to do your first name. So I'm going to write my first name, and then we'll be able to work on that later on. So now you've got ownership of that piece of paper. The next thing we're going to do, we've already talked about impasto. We are going to use glue. And the lines that you've drawn, you're going to trace over them in glue. So you're going to do a nice broad drawing with this glue line. I have to stress that when you are drawing your sunflowers, please do not make your sunflowers so tiny, because the detail in them will actually get lost, because this glue line is far thicker and broader than your pencil point. So you can see here, we're going to just keep glue drawing it, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep it flat and we're going to store it, and it's going to take a day or two for this glue to dry. Now I want you to look at the thickness that I am using here, and I'll just pull it up so you can see it. If you do it any thinner, what happens is that the glue will actually dry and it will be very low. What we're trying to create is a raised textural surface. When you actually see Vincent van Gogh's artwork in reality, he used the paint so thickly that when you look at it from the side or even from the front, you can see it's got a layered texture. That is the impasto technique. We're doing it as a glue drawing. When this glue dries, it will be like glass. And when we use the chalk pastels over it, the chalk pastels will just glide over this glue and it won't affect it. We'll be able to change the colour by doing a different technique on top if we wish to. Now I'm just going to finish this here and I'm going to set it to dry. This is part 1 of your Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. Okay, boys and girls, now it's your turn. Let's go and make some art.